y'all got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Hello and welcome. You are listening to the SeerSoccer Studz podcast,
where we discuss the beautiful game with a beautiful southern twang.
I'm your co-host, Matt.
And I'm Joe. So, Matt, you ready to cut this biscuit?
Yeah, man, got a scrambled egg. Let's throw it on there and let's get it.
Do it.
All right, guys. So this is episode 5 of our SeerSoccer Studz podcast. I want to start off this week by discussing 2 songs that we jammed out to.
2?
Yep. We left you hanging last week, so we had to make up for it this week. So we apologize about that.
But your ears will thank us.
Yes. So the first song was Back For You by a lovely little band called Jurassic 5. J5 in the hizzy.
Man, if you aren't listening to Jurassic 5, I feel sorry for you.
Some very intellectual rap. It's very good stuff. Mm-hmm. Second song was Save the Best for Last. Actually, it's just Best for Last by The Knocks featuring Walk the Moon. It's a really good jam. Probably be in my wedding. Actually, it will be in my wedding. So
spoiler alert.
Yeah, coming up right in about a month. So, yeah.
Big day.
Yep.
You got that Chelsea blue tux?
It's blue. I'll say it's blue.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Another thing I want to say is that we're recording on Tuesday this week, simply because the deadline day window transfer shut last night. So we wanted to hold off a little bit, but also Matt played golf yesterday and wasn't able to finish potting or even make it to the pot. So I'm just trying to give myself an excuse. So yeah,
it's all good.
And finally, last thing I want to say is I want to apologize to our fans out there and Joe. When I talk about Chelsea, I kind of overtake everything and stay on it a little too long. I've noticed this. And then when Joe's trying to talk about Man U, I just bull rush him and try to dominate that. So I'm sorry.
Chelsea.
I will be better. I'm going to try to be better. So, again, sorry, Joe.
Hey.
Sorry, friends of the podcast.
It's all good.
So,
let's get to it.
What a weekend.
What a freaking weekend.
Wow. A lot of big scores, a lot of goals. Goodness gracious, a lot of goals. Really good games, some crazy upsets. But yeah, we're going to jump right into it with Chelsea 4, Crystal Palace 0.
Whew.
It was a good game for Chelsea. I'm just going to go ahead and say that it was been chilly times.
Man, chilly.
It was his first start, and he played extremely well. You know, I watched him play for Leicester, but didn't, pay that close attention to him until started hearing rumors that he might come to Chelsea. But I really watched him this week and really impressed with him. He's not very tall, but he's willing to get up for a header, which I can appreciate.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah, if you saw him on the street, you wouldn't think twice. Like, he just looks kind of ordinary.
Yeah.
Hairstyle, everything, just kind of average.
If he wore glasses, he looked like Peter Parker, probably.
Yeah, he would.
Just some rando getting bit by a spider.
He's gotten bit by something. I mean, that guy can play. I just wish I hadn't left him on my bench in fantasy.
Yes. But yeah, really impressed with Chile time, his attacking ability, dribbling out of the back. And for once, Chelsea have somebody that can take a corner, so that was always good.
Oh man, his delivery is spot on.
Yeah, so really, really impressed with him. I'm still kind of shocked that we had 2 defenders scored a goal for us over the weekend. It's actually when Chelsea probably plays their best, is when their defenders are actually getting in the box and scoring, like
getting
old days.
Yeah.
Ivanovic.
Oh, yeah.
John Terry.
JT.
Yeah. Freaking Alex.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah. all those guys. So
yeah, I can see Ben Chilwell kind of being the true successor to Ashley Cole.
yeah, that's actually there's a conversation that they had before he came, and he said, "Hey, you can take over and be what you want to be at Chelsea." So this is Ashley Cole and Ben Chilwell communicating.
Saying it. Yeah.
But, Chelsea, they're starting to find a little bit of a groove. It took them a little bit to get into this game, second half before really anything happened. But, we still haven't been able to see Werner, Havertz, Pulisic, and Ziyech playing on the same field. No. So hopefully after the international break,
I think so.
Everybody will be healthy.
Yeah, Pulisic got some minutes. It's good to see him back out there wearing that number 10.
Oh,
man, it could be iconic.
An American number 10 on Chelsea is it makes me happy in places I haven't been happy for a while.
Oh man,
pulls my heartstrings.
Yeah, it's the heartstrings.
Yep.
Gets a cold sweat.
Yeah. But also really impressed with Edouard Mendy, our new goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a goalie that is willing to come out and collect balls, in the air, it gives your defense a lot more stability and confidence. And I think that Chelsea's back line was lacking that when they had Kepa in goal. So I see some good things out of Chelsea. It's still really early in the season, but with the way this season's going, it's going to be exciting. So
yeah, Crystal Palace, no real shots, very little attacking. I could feel Zaha, my man. I could feel his frustration through the TV screen.
Oh, he kicked the ball like when it was out of play. Like
I was like, please don't get a yellow card.
He should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was frustrated. They kind of locked him down. So it was it's unfortunate for Crystal Palace. They didn't really get out of first gear. Good for my boys. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Good win for Chelsea.
Yes, it was. All right, next game, Everton 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Joe, take it away.
Oof, man, where to start? I'm going to start with the man who pretty much is officially on fire right now. We're talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski.
He's like, he's NBA Jam's fire right now.
He is. He is like just dropping it from outside the 3-point range. Yeah. Had a header to open it. Yeah. He just cannot stop scoring.
Yeah, when you look at him, you got somebody like Luka Dean that can play the ball into the box. I don't know why they're not doing that every time instead of just trying to, pass the ball around. Just put it in the mix.
Yeah,
he can now jump just about everybody.
Yeah, he's getting on it.
He's a heck of an athlete. But I got a stat I want to throw at you, Joe.
Hit me.
Last season, DCL, Lewandowski, scored only 13 goals in 36 games. 6 in 4 this season.
Oh, my gosh.
That's, if he continues this.
You have, 214 goals?
Something ridiculous. Probably. Let's see. It'd be about 50 goals.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. And our favorite guy to pick on occasionally, Jordan Pickford. That was a pun. We pick on Pickford. Haha. He screwed up.
Poor.
Yeah. It's not my finest moment. Yeah, he really sucked. I noticed they brought in someone in the transfer window, Robin Olsen. Mm-hmm. I think Sweden's number 1. Give him a little competition.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later on.
He's slacking. Yeah, but otherwise, man, Everton put it down.
Yeah.
James doing his thing.
2 back post runs, wide open.
Just dropped it in.
Yeah, nobody
from
wants
the
to pick
cutback
like the best person out on the field and just say maybe we should guard him.
I think honestly I could have scored either of those goals. You give me that kind of time and space, but
yeah, that's true.
I do have to give a shout out Basuma for Brighton. I think that might have been the goal of the game.
Oh yeah,
that chest and volley. Oof.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't matter, but
Yeah, it was kind of it wasn't even a consolation at that point. It was basically the last kick of the game.
Yeah, it was for YouTube.
Yeah, it was a beautiful strike. We talked about him a couple weeks ago for his poor back heel scorpion into somebody's face. And
yeah.
So he made up for it. He must have heard us talking some smack about him.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're well listened to in the Premier League, so
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yep.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Next game on Saturday was I mean, it was the most interesting 1-1 game I've ever seen.
That's the irony. All these games, all these goals, and then this one, 1-1.
Could have been 6-6.
You talking about NBA Jam? That is the closest I've ever seen to NBA game, where they just went back and forth.
Yeah, it was end to end
and forth.
Yeah. So we're talking about Leeds 1, Manchester City 1.
Yes.
Manchester City walked out in all black. Those jerseys, I don't know if you got a close look at them. They've got a gray pattern going on right in the chest. It's really nice. It's really nice. I'm going to discuss another black and gray pattern later on that wasn't very nice. But yeah, Manchester City's jerseys this year, minus their home jersey, are pretty toy.
Yeah, it's dank,
like a toy
nasty.
guy.
Man, yeah. I mean, I thought they started off real strong. I mean, Sterling, whew. I'm talking that's as good as he has looked. I mean, just devastating.
He did. He looked really good in the first half, and then I don't know what happened to him. He had a couple of chances where he was almost one-on-one.
Yes.
And tried to do too many cutbacks. It's like he forgot the purpose of soccer.
Yeah, he's like, what is my purpose here? Like, he honestly went from a sprint to completely standing still, and the goalie Meslier just wrapped him up and the ball.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Like, if you're as fast as Sterling, go around him, shoot, do whatever you want, but don't just get your legs grappled like a three-toed sloth by a goalkeeper.
But I got to say that the new center back that they got, Manchester City, Ruben Diaz, he looks, I know this has only been one game, but I mean, they might have found somebody finally to replace Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
He looked pretty solid back there.
Yeah, he looks like a boss. Like he's a leader.
Yeah, he's pretty much chiseled out of
granite.
Yeah, he's
Portuguese granite.
Probably. I mean, he looked like a meat mountain.
Yeah.
Man, oh, meat mountain.
Man, oh, meat. Yeah, that heck of a game, though. Wow.
It really was. And then Bielsa. I'm pretty sure that after every game on the sideline, they have to, replace the turf and the technical area. He paces back and forth the whole time when he's not in that crouch or sitting on a bucket.
Yeah. I
mean, just back and forth. He just head down, I think he's cussing to himself or something. But, man, I'll say this again. If I had the opportunity to learn anything from this man, I would sit there for days and just stargaze into his ass.
Yeah.
Teach me.
Yeah, what a just freakish tactician. But honestly, the one thing that comes to mind when I look at him is he on fish oil or some sort of supplements? Because if you're that old and you're getting down on your knees like that, I don't see how. It hurts my knees just to watch him.
He should have played catcher.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. He's like a MLB catcher.
He should have played Major League Baseball catcher. He can sit there for 90 minutes and just, even the commentators nonstop were like, gosh, how does he do that? My knees would buckle.
Yes.
I don't get it either.
No, I don't know what he's seeing that he can't see if he's standing up. I guess geniuses see the world differently.
From another angle.
They do. He just is from the waist below.
What a heck of a game.
I wish it didn't end, honestly, man. I was like, oh, dang, 10 more minutes? Oh, I wish it go on all day.
My side boo, Leeds, still rocking it out, man. I really, really appreciate their intensity, their passion. They're just a fun team to watch. So look out for them. They're coming for people.
Man City, They looked a little lost, though, without a striker. I think they could use Jesus or Aguero. As soon as they get back, I think they're going to start firing on all cylinders. But, yeah, so far the goals are just not happening for them.
They're relying a lot on KDB
Yeah.
to make everything happen. And, I mean, he can do a lot, don't get me wrong, but he still needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, I think that was kind of what we saw. Pep switches up their structure, or they don't have a striker and they're switching up, whereas Leeds, they know what they are, they know their structure, and they max it out every single play of every game.
I mean, Bamford is really impressing me, and even Rodrigo,
Oh, yeah.
we talked about him a while back where he came on, gave away a penalty in the first game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, come on.
Like, uh-oh.
Bad start, but he's doing really well, playing as almost like a winger
Yeah.
for him. Yeah, Leeds is incredibly impressive with their just work ethic. I mean, they're in incredible shape. It's wow.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Next game was Newcastle 3, Burnley
The burly men of Burnley.
1. You want to go after this, or what you got?
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to talk about someone that might be mentioned a little later today.
Okay.
Mr. Saint Maximin.
Maximin.
The swashbuckler. The French Captain Jack Sparrow. Just, I want to talk about him later.
Gucci headband.
Yeah, just, man, I think we saw, if he can stay healthy, you saw a great player today. He made the difference. Newcastle, a lot of new signings. All of them hit the ground running. Callum Wilson dropping it like it's hot every game. St. Maximin had a great goal, great solo goal.
Yes, it was. I mean, he did, what do they usually say? He went right, he went left. Everybody else went to go get a hot dog. And then he fired in a nice shot.
Yeah.
Low. I still think Nick Pope should have done better. He got a full hand on it and just didn't push it wide. Come on. Stronger wrist, buddy.
Oh,
Stronger wrist.
he was probably just admiring the whole look.
Yeah, I mean, he
was
he's
dazzled.
quick.
Oh, yeah, he's phenomenal. And when he set up the second goal, just, oh, my goodness.
So I want to talk about that second goal. This is something I really appreciate, and I don't know why it's not done more often. If you've got pace and you're one-on-one with the defender, we used to do this all the time back in the day, where we just basically
Scorched him.
beat them to the line
Yeah.
and fire a ball across.
Kick it past him. Burn.
Yep. And then you just play, if you put it in between basically the 6 and the PK, so the 6-yard box and the PK, you put it right in that area, goalkeeper probably is not going to be able to come out for that. That is a dangerous area, and that's exactly what he did. Except he was actually able to beat his defender, and Colin Wilson beat his defender, so it was just a little tap in, which was, it was nice.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, I like that. I see all these guys, for instance, got to go back to Chelsea, Cullum Hudson-Odoi. He's incredibly quick. He gets the ball on the sideline. Usually they try to bring another defender on, but while you've got one person on, just beat him to the line and cross it. He did that one time and crossed the ball, and I think it ended up, bounced around a little bit, but ended up being a goal just by doing that. I mean, it's not rocket science. Just beat him to the line, hit it across. Shoot the ball across. Maybe you'll get a deflection off a...
Something's going to happen. Yeah,
like
if you put it in the box, something's going to happen.
Yeah. So, Joe, I got to ask you, what's going on with Burnley?
I think it's a little fatigue. Their style, the way they play. When you get up to the Premier League, I think I mentioned it a couple episodes back. But when you get up to the Premier League, everything's new. You can find that extra ounce of energy, that adrenaline. You're going to really step up your game. That's kind of worn off for them. Sean Dyche, I think
Ginger Mourinho. Yeah.
It's going to be tough. I think they still have enough to stay up. But yeah, I don't see them. They're going to beat up on the, maybe the Fulhams of the world and a few of these other teams, but that's just because they're going to out hustle everybody and they're going to get after it. But yeah, the margins are so thin for them to win that they're not going to put up 5-6 goals.
No, they're 1 or 2.
Yeah,
at the most. They still have a few injuries, so I know that they're still waiting for like Ben Mee to come back, get their defense sorted out. But I don't see a lot of creativity going forward. They've got 2 monstrosities of some ends, Chris Wood and what's the other one? Ashley Barnes up front, which he hasn't been playing much. But I mean, those guys, they just beat up defenders down there.
I mean, they're good for a goal a game. I mean, Chris Wood, heck of a goal this week. The volley, great goal. However, I'm sorry, Ashley Westwood.
Yeah, that was a beautiful strike.
Yeah. I get my Wood confused. We'll cut that out.
Nah, we'll keep that in. That's funny. Was he a cypress? Was he a cedar? What type of wood was he?
He was oak. The sycamore. Oh yeah, I got them confused. But yeah, great goal. But they're just not going to score that many goals. I think Ben Mee will help them a little. Then keep the score line tighter. They will squeeze out some wins. But yeah, they're not going to beat somebody 4-3.
Yeah. And then if you look at Nick Pope, who was basically second for clean sheets last year, not a good start to the season.
Not looking good.
Like I said, I feel like he could have done better with St. Maximin's first goal, but then he had a terrible touch. I mean, we call that a donkey touch.
That's a hospital touch.
You could see it when they slowed it down. It bounces up and comes off his shin, and as soon as it does, he's like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no,
I have got to take somebody out," and then just takes out the little wee man.
Yeah, little Ryan Frazier.
Yeah. He comes in like a leprechaun going after his gold, man.
He was.
Gosh, came in so quick.
Yeah, he came in hard on it.
Yeah, dang. Flying through the air afterwards, like, "Referee,
yeah, help me." Yeah, he did look up like, okay, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah. I know it's pouring down rain. That could have had some effect, like things were a little bit slick. But I feel like Nick Pope isn't in the right state of mind right now. So maybe it's because he doesn't have his reliable defenders in front of him right now too. So I think, when I was talking about, sorry, guys, Chelsea's goalkeeper and helping out the defenders, I think that can also be, reversed. If you know what your defenders are in front of you every week, then it'll probably build your confidence as well.
Yeah, like these goals that were scored, they weren't happening last season.
No, you're right about that. Okay. This one was a shock for me, this next game. Wow. I mean, you go from beating Man City, beating the tar out of them.
Breaks off them, 5-2.
And then lose to West Ham?
Yeah.
Leicester, 0. West Ham, 3.
Just shut down.
All right, Joe, have at your boys.
Oh, well, I'll start with I got to give a shout out to my boy. It's that time of the week. Harvey Barnes, he got called up for England. And what did he do in this game? Jack Diddley squat.
He scored a good goal at the very end. The offsides was so tight. I mean, it was a beautiful little 1-2-3, but yeah, he still, when I see him, I'm like, is he 12?
Yeah.
He looks really young.
Yeah, his face is like, it makes KDB look like a weathered 50-year-old. It's so fresh
just that facial hair that he's got. If he took that off, I mean, they look the same age.
That gingerbread goatee, man. It'll do it.
Well, that's good stuff right there.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I got to give West Ham credit. I mean, they shut it down.
Yeah, they did. They really did. So I got a little bit of stats for you, Joe, okay?
I'm ready.
So I think West Ham and David Moyes, I found their chi
lineup.
lineup.
Oh, yeah.
It's got inner chi. You got to find your inner chi. And this is the reason I
shui.
say this, all right?
Okay.
They spent money on Sebastian Haller,
Yes.
Felipe Anderson, Yarmolenko, and Lanzini. Okay, I did the research on that. Between those 4 players, they spent $132 million. They were sitting on the bench,
Right.
right? Now you look at Michail Antonio, Souček, excuse me,
Yes.
Bowen, and oh man, did I not
Pablo
write?
Fornals.
Yeah, Fornals.
Yeah.
Okay. Right there, you've only got $62 million playing on the field. They've got a great understanding, but if you take the difference of that, that's like $69 million that's on your bench versus playing. It just proves that sometimes it's not about spending cash. It's about finding that chi.
Yeah, that right chemistry.
Yep. And I think they really have found it.
Man, I mean, every single one of them looked like just killer out there.
Yeah. Michail Antonio, I mean,
Oh,
every
yeah.
time,
Good gosh.
if I see him in the lineup against Chelsea, I'm worried.
I feel bad for defenders.
Yeah, he is. I mean, we've been saying this for a while, but he is literally a beast. I mean, he's a handful for defenders. I mean, goodness.
He never stops running. Like, I've noticed he'll chase a ball that most people wouldn't chase, and he chases it, and his head is just looking straight up into the sky. It's like his legs are just powering him onward, and he don't really care if he gets to it. He's just hustling.
He's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, he can win a header. He can beast you off the ball. He can.
He can score. Yeah, he's leveled up.
Yeah.
No doubt. And Declan Rice, I also had to say, I thought was immense.
Yes.
Just incredible.
I was surprised that he didn't come to Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know that we're going to talk about it a little bit later, the transfer window, but I think it was because Chelsea wasn't able to get rid of a lot of dead wood.
Yeah, get the money. Yeah, but they're putting it down. Like I can't see that lineup shifting anywhere because every player was just on their game, just locked it down. Same with the defense. Aaron Cresswell, 2 assists, barely put a foot wrong.
He just put it into the mix again.
Yeah, he put it in the mixer. Ogbonna, I mean, just stopped everything. Yeah, West Ham, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the lack of the specter of death staring over him.
Again, yeah, maybe.
A.K.A. David Moyes.
As soon as he gets back on that sideline, they will be like,
Yeah, like, he's back. Oh, gosh.
There's death.
We lost 5-0. Yeah, I think it's honestly, it could be like one of those corporations where like, our employee works better remotely. So, David, if you could just stay away.
That would be wise.
It's just whatever's happening, it's working. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, once again, confusing game, confusing season so far. I mean, Leicester beats Man City 5-2, gets humbled by little old West Ham. So,
Oh, man.
this season, it's going to be a roller coaster for every team.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing temperature checks or something. Like it's going up one day, and then the next week, the team looks like garbage.
So with that being said, do you see this season where one team is going to just run away?
No, I think we're gonna have like whoever wins, it'll be 80-something points for the winner. I think it's gonna be a free for all.
I agree.
I mean, you got Everton looking good, like looking really good. I mean, it could be like a Leicester type season. Like if someone's going to slip through and finish above a Liverpool or Man City, this might be the year.
So next time they come out, which is not next weekend or this coming weekend because we've got the international break, but the following weekend is the Merseyside Derby.
Oh yeah, first game of the week. I don't know where you'll be, but I'm going to be watching that.
My eyes will be glued on some blue and red.
Yeah. Wow. What a game.
All right, moving on. Next game was Southampton 2, West Brom Ajabian
Yes.
0. I don't really have a lot to say about this game. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on. It was a comfortable win for Southampton.
Yep. They're getting back to winning ways.
Yeah. I mean, they had a very unlikely second goal scorer with Romeu.
But what a goal.
I mean, literally, is that a question? Because I've watched it numerous times. I don't know how he scored.
I think he did like a Van Persie outside of the foot volley.
Did he do it between somebody's legs? So he's their third leg and kicked it?
Third-legged it.
He third-legged it.
He did. I mean, every angle I've seen though, they try to capture it, but no, it's like the ghost goal or something. Yeah.
I don't know if he hit it with his foot, his shin. He thigh rocked it in.
Yeah, he might have.
He might have done a thigh rock.
I would love it.
Gosh.
West Brom, Sam Johnston, he kind of kept them in it for a little bit, made a few good saves.
Yeah.
Southampton, center back partnership looking good. Yannick and Jan, sounds like a Swedish sitcom. Yeah. I thought Southampton were looking. I think they have taken a few weeks to get their fitness levels up because they're a high intensity team. They shut down people. They press really well, play a high line, and we saw them get exposed earlier in the season. But I think once their fitness is up a little bit, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to get more results like this.
You know what is another good thing about some of these lower to mid-level teams? When they have international breaks, not many of their team leaves.
Right.
So they're able to spend more time on the training pitch with Hasselhütten.
Yeah.
Gosh, that guy looks scary, doesn't he?
Oh, man.
Even in a tracksuit. Not many people look scary in a tracksuit.
No. Only mobsters.
I mean, most of the mobsters have a big old belly, and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, just his name alone. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's a drill sergeant. He's cracking them into shape. I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
They'll be mid-table.
Yeah.
Probably bottom half, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 1.
Ooh.
What you got, Joe?
Ooh, what do I have? Really don't know where to begin. It was kind of a letdown of a game. But Arsenal, I thought they were looking decent. Bellerin, 2 assists. I know he's your hero.
I mean, him and then their left back both look like little schoolboys out there with their shirt tucks in. And the Steve Urkel
Their
thing
mom
going
dressed
on.
them. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, Aubameyang, he had a few good tries. I think he tried like a semi-bicycle kick. I like that. But, he's pretty much starved for service.
That's 2 games in a row he's been shut down.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. What were your thoughts?
Well, the first thing I saw was looking at Sheffield United's kit, and I'm like,
Oh, yes.
where
The green and gold.
does this
Looks like Robin Hood.
Robin Hood?
Yeah.
I was saying they look like Notre Dame.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
But,
like Portland Timbers or something almost.
Just
with more gold.
Definitely not my favorite.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was a strange choice. I hadn't picked up their pink. Their away jersey is pink. Their home, I thought, might be one of the best in the league. I think it looks amazing. But then
Just
they're
white and red?
White and red with the stripes and
Okay.
then blocked out on the back. But yeah, this third kit, yikes.
Yeah, it was not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite. But we were starved for anything until about the 60th minute, and then Arsenal pulled like an old school Arsenal goal out of their bum. Beautiful little 1-2 chip to the back post, guys wide open. And what a powerful header from Saka.
Yeah.
It was placement too. I mean, the defender was on the post.
Oh, perfect placement.
Goalie was right there, and he said, "Nope, I'm going to put it in between you."
Yeah.
And then, less than 3 minutes later, Nicolas Pepe.
Man, I'm talking shades of Thierry Henry with that goal. That was sick.
They paid a lot of money for him, and they didn't really get to see much out of him last year.
No.
And then bringing in Willian from Chelsea as a free agent, I mean, I think it's pushed him to...
Yeah.
Because he's very confident in his ability.
Yeah, he's got a lot of swag to him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a I think it's going to be a battle between those two. Honestly, maybe they can push each other. I mean, Willian, good player, but Pepe, he's got to deliver moments like this if he wants to keep playing for him.
Willian gives you a lot more than just,
Yeah.
He's seen him for so many years at Chelsea. He's consistently, 6 or 7 player. Every now and then he'll just pull something out, and he'll
bum.
Yeah, he will go crazy and just have a fantastic game. He usually likes to do against Tottenham, so just be aware of that.
Just be on the lookout.
But game, like you said, it disappointed a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't great. I mean, David McGoldrick, a.k.a. the Black Irishman, dropped a great goal. That was the one moment of magic, I thought, for Sheffield.
And they had enough time to pull some more back. I mean, he scored that it was about the 80th minute. So they had time, and they had chances. He had another chance that he smacked kind of wildly, took a deflection. It wasn't going anywhere near the goal. But still, they had chances. They just, in the end, they couldn't put it together.
Yeah, that's another team. It's just not happening for right now.
They are struggling hard.
Yeah.
And Ramsdale is kind of the big step down for Mr. Dean Henderson.
Yeah, old Dean Henderson. Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves. 1.
A.k.a. Wolves.
Fulham 0.
Oh, yeah. Good old Fulham. I thought this was Fulham's best performance of the year.
I concur.
The defense, our favorite of the pod, the one and only, Reverse Sampson, Tim Ream.
Yeah. They had another American out there, too.
Anthony Robinson.
Yeah.
Finally got him in. I thought he might have been their best player. He looked really good. He's really dangerous. I mean, he's going for it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, I like seeing 2 Americans. It's like the old Fulham. It's like the heyday right there, bringing it back.
Very nice.
But yeah, Tim Ream, he actually, I think he was the only one to start of the normal defenders. Hector and Dennis Adoy both on the bench. So yeah, Tim Ream, I think he's in Scotty P's good graces again.
Scotty P enjoying the Americana.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it brings him good results moving forward.
Good fortune.
But yeah, this time, Pedro Neto, only goal, 56th minute. Good shot.
Yeah, through the legs of quite a few people.
Oh, yeah.
Goalie couldn't see it.
Yep.
I mean, Areola, gosh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Man.
If
he was American, he would have been teased every day.
Yeah, absolutely. But he played really well. He had a great game.
Yep.
There's nothing he could have done about that shot.
No.
He had an amazing, second save. I think he parried one right to a defender and then got himself big and
starfish.
saved it.
Yeah.
But probably shouldn't have parried it
back.
Yeah, right in the danger zone. But
the Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, the Kenny Loggins zone. But I mean, there were a lot of chances on both sides, just a lot of poor finishing. I mean, Wolves are even looking...
Yeah, they're looking a little stagnant.
I mean, I think the same thing happened last year with them.
Yeah.
If I recall, they had a slow start.
They start slow, yeah.
So...
Yeah, who really knows what they're going to do, but yeah, they got the win.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
3 points.
Yeah.
Amen. All right, Joe, are you ready?
Oh, give me a minute.
All right.
This hurts.
Manchester United 1. Tottenham Hotspurs 6.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I'm getting flashbacks. This was traumatic. This is a bad game. Bad game, Matt. Incredible to watch. It was incredible to see because you were seeing a level of defensive meltdown that I don't remember seeing in quite some time. I mean,
since Phil Jones was on the field.
Even Phil Jones was like, dang, they suck.
Where is he now? For real?
I think he's had like 20 injuries in his Manchester United career. He's injured. Wow. Yeah, he's out. Like he could have been, everybody hyped on Phil Jones back in the day, but when he was first coming along, even Sir Alex Ferguson was like, this guy could be one of the greats. But injuries and I mean, now it's just laughable. But anyway,
It is very
I
laughable.
digress.
Continue, please, sir.
Yeah, Spurs, you got to give them credit. They're looking like the total package. And Gareth Bale is not even out there yet.
Jose Mourinho may have found something.
Yeah, they're definitely clicking.
He took Harry Kane away from scoring and made him into a playmaker.
And it's freaking working.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know of outside of Messi, I don't know of a more dangerous one-on-one attacker than Mr. Son right now.
Yeah. He missed one.
He did. He did mistouch it, but thank goodness he did. I mean, how many goals do you really need, buddy?
Oh, man.
Yeah, just put it down. I mean, it was a good first 30 seconds for Manchester United.
Yep. Penalty inside of 1 minute. Up steps Bruno Fernandes, who puts it away.
Doing his Bruno thing.
Copying Jorginho.
Improving upon Jorginho, yes.
Fair enough. But then it was just all downhill.
Yeah,
and
it really was.
We're going to talk a little bit about this later on. I think somebody might have jinxed themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, man. And then everything, I think, really changed with the red card.
It definitely did, yeah.
I want to ask your opinion on it, because I have a very, this is Spurs we're talking about, and one player in particular that I have never been a fan of. So, Joe, let me ask you, what do you think about this?
Okay, well, it was a strike to the face. And to quote the great Alexi Lalas, you can't be half pregnant, which is his way of saying you either did it or you didn't do it. So, yes, it was a strike to the face, yeah. My problem was Lamela not being sent off. If you're going to go one yellow card, go the other yellow card. Like if I was sitting right there and I said, you could either elbow me in the jaw or you can slap me in the face real lightly, I would probably take the slap in the face lightly because it's about 1/3 the power. But yeah.
The elbow is the most solid thing to hit anybody with on your body. So yes.
It was not a love tap. Like you could tell it hurt, and it was just pure instinct. Like if someone hits you that hard, you just clap them, and that's what he did. I mean, I can't argue with it. It could be, it could be something he regrets for a long time. I know he's out for a couple weeks now. But I might be in the minority here, but I liked the energy Manchester United was showing the first 15 minutes or so.
After the red card?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Just in the after that red card, because the goal that followed it, I think, made it 3-1. It was, you could feel the morale drop.
The life getting
I mean, you could
out
just, it was like, it was incredible. It's like a Zelda game or something. They were just sucking the life force out of them. But the first little bit, I was like, oh, look at Pogba. Pogba's up for it, like putting in high energy. Like it was looking a little better. But then it just fell apart. I mean, defensive errors, Harry Maguire, I mean, we'll talk about him later. They're just horrendous. Horrendous errors. The whole defense, Luke Shaw, nowhere to be found. I mean, just getting done dirty. He could have easily had a red card. I mean, one of the most cynical fouls I've ever seen. I mean,
that was rough.
I mean, just on one hand, it was kind of funny. It was like something out of FIFA when you're pissed off if your opponent is beating you and you just tackle him from behind. But in a real game, like you could, at full speed, you could hurt somebody.
Yeah,
and there's just no place for that because it was just pure petulance. And just like a little angry child. It was just, it's not befitting Manchester United.
I'd rather see somebody just grab a jersey and pull them back, than do a tackle like that.
You don't see that too often. Yeah,
exactly. You don't see it, and he was not trying to hurt anybody, but it's one of those tackles that could easily break somebody's leg.
Oh yeah,
just accidental, just rolled ankle, snap. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you can't clip somebody from behind at full speed just because you're angry and you're losing. But yeah, I think first time ever in the Premier League, Manchester United have allowed 4 goals in the first half, like ever.
At Old Trafford.
Yeah, it was a tough day.
Yeah.
If the fans were there, they would have been screaming bloody murder.
Oh,
some
Ed
of those
Woodward
performances.
probably would have needed like an armored car to get out of there.
Oh, definitely.
Gosh.
Yeah, it would have been ugly. Like just the lack of energy and just lack of fight. It was pathetic, honestly.
Yeah. So I want to go back to the red card and just put my 2 cents out there. I didn't like the reaction from either player.
Yeah.
You know, I have seen what Lamela can do as a player. As a kind of a dirty player. I've seen him do some things
He's got a
against
dirty
Chelsea,
edge. Yeah.
against, I even went online and looked up like Lamela dirty tackles. He's been known to be kind of a dirty player. I mean, back in 2014, 2015, he was the dirtiest player in the league according to so many tackles, so many yellow cards, so many red cards. He was the dirtiest player.
Yeah, especially for how many minutes he gets on the field. It's a very high ratio.
But just like you were saying, I mean, he knew what he was doing. He was trying to, position himself. And you see this all the time. People are kind of like pushing off of each other. But no, he stuck an elbow and then pushed towards Martial's throat.
Yes.
He meant to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely did.
So I didn't like that. Martial, you're young. You got to be able to keep your cool when that happens. I mean, you got to be able to say, take a step back and say, referee.
Yeah.
He just hit me right in the throat.
Yep.
Don't smack him in the face.
Yeah, and then Lamela's reaction where he
Yes.
flopped down, that just made it more infuriating, honestly.
It
Even
was
worse.
it was like a 4-second
Delay. Yeah, it
and
was.
everybody looked at him like,
It's just pathetic.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
It was the softest smack. Like, it was almost like,
Yeah, it was
just trying to get somebody's attention.
Yes.
Not even a full-on.
No.
Nothing like that. It was just almost he put his hand on his face.
There
and
was
kinda
contact.
pushed.
Yeah, there was contact between hand and face. Yeah. I mean, but the force of his was literally maybe 1/3 of what he got hit with. Yeah, it was just a bad situation all around. I wish he hadn't done it, but man, yeah, Lamela, that's pathetic behavior. I'm sorry.
It is. But at the same time, Martial, he can't do that.
Yeah. No, the rules.
It is a red card.
Yeah.
I agree. Like,
Can't be half pregnant.
Yeah. They both should have got sent off.
Yeah, that would have been fair. I'd have been okay with that. But good credit to Spurs. I mean, they look dangerous. I never thought I'd say that under Jose Mourinho, but every time they were going forward, it was like, are they going to score again?
Yeah.
And it kept happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good credit to them. We'll see what they can do before the Jose Mourinho train derails.
Yeah. It will happen.
Yeah, it will. But they might have a good little run.
So we thought that was going to be the biggest,
Oh yeah,
kind of craziest game of the weekend.
like it couldn't get any crazier.
Yeah. But then
It got crazier.
it did, Joe.
He got a lot crazier. I want to meet, if there's a human being alive who predicted these scores, I want to shake his or her hand
Yes.
because I don't think there is one.
Aston Villa 7.
Good gosh.
Your reigning champions, Liverpool 2.
2.
7-2.
Wow.
Okay, I got to just start off. I said I was going to talk about it. Liverpool's kits. Did you see these things?
Yes.
The black and gray checkerboard
Yep.
on the socks too?
Yep.
I mean, some of these, they're just trying to get too fancy with kits. I mean, I could literally take a dump and smear it on a shirt and it would look better than that.
It would be better
I mean,
than
some people may like it, but you know what it really reminded me of?
What's that?
When I saw them playing in this, it took me back to when Liverpool was like crap under Brendan Rodgers and all these other. And I'm like, this isn't Jurgen Klopp's.
Yeah, they're going back to the wrong era.
Yeah, these jerseys make them look weak.
Yep.
So, oh man.
Yeah, there's something to it because
Checkerboard?
that result was insane. I don't know another word for it, man. That was just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have Mane. They didn't have Allison. both on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
That hurt me a lot.
Yeah, buddy.
But, yeah. Wow. So.
No Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
I think it might have been different if some of those guys had been out there. Like Jordan Henderson, he's getting people fired up. I don't think Jordan Henderson is going to lose 7-2. Yeah,
he barks at people.
Yeah. I mean, they might have
Literally.
lost, but yeah, I think he bites people too.
He might. But the crazy thing was, it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, it could have easily been like 10.
I mean, Villa had, Ross Barkley alone had numerous chances.
Oh, Ross the boss. My goodness.
No.
Yes.
No, we're not giving him that name.
I'm all in on the Ross train, buddy.
All right, get on it.
He was not good. He didn't quite click for Chelsea, but he might have found his level. Like, they threw him straight in there. He looked like a powerhouse. I mean, him and Jack Grealish.
Little man love going on between. Little bro love.
Yeah, I think, man, I'm telling you.
I'm like
calling it
either
right here.
one of those players.
Ross the boss. It's a
man.
nickname, man. I'm telling you, he is back.
Greedy Grealish.
He's back. Yeah, Grealish.
Oh, man.
Ollie Watkins. I mean, the whole team looked really good.
Ollie Watkins, hat trick in the first half against your reigning champions.
Yes.
Like, that is a very delicate Martial slap to the face.
Yeah. A French slap to the face.
I mean, Martial didn't even take off his glove for that. He should have.
If he had mimed taking off a glove,
that would have been legit.
Oh, that would have taken it up a notch.
But
that red card got rescinded.
That's just proper etiquette.
Yeah.
We can't give him.
He's a French gentleman. Come on.
Oh man. So, I talked about Liverpool's luck last year, that they were very lucky.
Yeah, they rode some luck, some of those results last year.
Okay, in this game, there were 3 deflected goals. Are we seeing the end of Liverpool's luck?
Oh, I
think run out?
I think this is just going to be a one-time shock result. And they still might lose, but yeah, 3 crazy deflections.
Deflections, but then, hold on, we'll go back a little bit further. You have
All right.
Virgil van Dijk making a mistake. Before last year, I think he had 1 mistake that led to a goal in 100 and some odd games. But in the last 8 games, he's had 2 or 3.
Yeah, he gifted Patrick Bamford that goal versus Leeds. I mean, just gifted him a goal.
And then last season, towards the end, so it's 2 in like 8 games.
Yeah.
Since
And Joe Gomez was just straight up exploited.
he was slow.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. So here we go. 3 deflected goals, keeper mistakes from Adrian.
Yeah.
I mean, he did not do himself any favors with that first one.
No.
You got defenders making mistakes. And if they get an injury, if they lose that cohesion, like not having Mane, not having Allison, not having Jordan Henderson, that's 3 injuries. They're an average team.
They're not as good as they were, for sure. I mean, you saw, a little shine come off. Just a few weeks ago, we were like, oh my goodness, they look unstoppable. Man, they got crushed. I do think it was a case of their good luck kind of even itself out. I mean, those deflections, my goodness, those were not just a little rinky-dink. Those were incredible. Like, you dream of getting those deflections when you rip a shot. And they had 3 of them.
I don't dream of that. Like, first, okay, if somebody maybe, you know what? I don't think I would ever do this. I don't think I could celebrate a deflected goal like that.
Oh,
I would just be like, my bad. Almost like the tennis thing, if you're playing tennis and you hit it and it hits the top of the tape and it just bounces up and drops right down on the other side, you say, I apologize. Same thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Jack Grealish, Ross Barkley, getting these crazy deflections, and they're like,
doing the A.
hand signals, for somebody.
Throwing
like,
down
I get
the A.
it,
Yeah.
But
the deflections were just perfect in that they sent the goalkeeper the wrong direction, or one, I think it was Ross Barkley's, just went Like you couldn't he couldn't hit that in his wildest dreams, like in the upper corner, the way it deflected.
Yeah, it was a looping ball, so it had a lot of top spin on it.
I mean, you just don't see that. 3 of them in one game. I don't think Liverpool's luck. I don't think that will continue.
Okay. So their luck has not run out?
It has not. I think it's just regression to the mean. They got some breaks last year. This year, it might even itself back out. I do think
Derby coming up, though.
Yeah, I do, and I think their style kind of brings it on. You know, English soccer always got the bad rap of, we're gonna play the long balls. We're gonna, they're gonna just kick it up to the, the big mountain of a man up front. Well, Liverpool playing that high line, leaving all that space, is not the long ball of the past, but yeah, it is a through ball to Ollie Watkins or a Jack Grealish. I mean, Grealish could have had a couple more. I mean, just one-on-one. Yeah, they can be exposed if a team can escape that press real quick. And, yeah, Aston Villa played right into their hands. I mean, like you said, they could have had several more goals. Yeah. Because the more Liverpool tried to, we're down 3, let's get up there and score a few. Same thing happened. Exposed.
Well, what they did was they made their outside backs actually defend. They're not good defenders.
No.
I mean,
they're great attackers, great crossers.
TAA, the last goal, he, instead of, trying to be like a shortstop and just getting his body in front of the ball, he just made a wild swing at it. He was the last person back. Grealish came in. That was a little cheeky little dink.
Oh, yeah. Scored, just a little off-kilter, half-speed dink.
So, and then, now I think Andy Robertson is a heck of a player. I really do.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal.
I hear him speak about games and the way he plays, really appreciate him. I think it was last week when he scored, I think, the game winner or something, and they asked him about what he thought of the game. He said, it was a pretty good game except for my screw-up when he, flicked the ball right to Lacazette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took responsibility.
I like that.
Yep.
I like it. All right. Well, what a weekend. Wow.
Yes.
Now
one of the craziest ever.
Yeah. Week off.
Yep.
It always does this, right? When it gets hot and heavy, somebody just gets up and leaves the room.
The Premier League says no.
Oh, man.
Calm down.
Gosh. So, we're going to take next week off, I guess?
Yeah, we can take it off. We can go international.
Okay. We'll figure that out later.
You might hear from us.
Yeah. Now is the meat, the final, what am I trying to say? It's the
meat in the sandwich?
Yeah, the meat in the sandwich. It's the egg and the biscuit. It's what everybody wants.
It's what the people want.
So it's our segment time. First segment is...
It's the creme de la, it's the creme de la, it's the creme de la.
Oh, you beauty!
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. Joe, who you got for your creme de la creme? Who's the good of the good this week?
Who's the good of the good? My man was très bien this week. I mentioned him earlier. Mr. Alain Saint-Maximin.
Oh, okay.
The French swashbuckler. Just doing his thing. I think he is the closest we have in the modern Premier League 2020 to a Ronaldinho. His look, his love of entertaining people and himself with his borderline dance moves, borderline just wanting to embarrass his opponents. But he's got that mixture of speed, power, and just pure dribbling ability. It might not always come off, but when it does, he is a devastating player.
He's got a better grill than Ronaldinho.
Much better hair. He's got the little headband. Yeah, his whole look. I mean, I think if he keeps putting in performances like he did this week, he could become iconic in Newcastle, like one of their great modern players. Like his whole look, just head to toe, black and white. Just my man. He's on another level. If he can keep doing what he's doing, I think he could power him up the table a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got to go with him. Yeah, that's the performance I always want to see from him. I always like to see. I know he's had some injury problems, but yeah, if he can keep kicking like that, it is going to be a good season for him and Newcastle.
Yep, I would agree.
So, yep, he's my creme de la creme this week.
All right, I'm going to go with a sweet goal that we discussed a little bit earlier from let's see, which game was that? Give me a second. Everton 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. The Basima. Is that right? Basima?
Yes,
Basuma. There we go.
Basuma.
The volley.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. What I was so impressed with this goal was it's hard, I think, to chest a ball perfectly to yourself and in one motion take a step and then just rifle a volley in. You know, a lot of times when people chest the ball, goes a little bit further away from them, they're just not able to control it. But the way he was able to chest it down, not even bounce, and then just hit a volley like that, keeper had no chance. It had top spin on it. I mean, it was just
it was lethal.
Side netting.
Yeah, lethal.
What a goal.
Yeah. I think, was he from Mali? He's a Mali international,
I'm not sure.
I believe. Okay.
Yeah, that was a great goal. There were a lot of great goals this week. I had to go with that because it was just, it caught my eye.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
That type of volley is pretty sweet and really hard to accomplish. So
yeah, it was perfect in that he kind of, when he trapped it, he took himself into the open area. Like, it was very deliberate. It wasn't just, let me just pop this ball up. It was, I'm taking it forward into the open space where I can unleash this rocket.
Yep. Probably shouldn't do that anywhere else, but don't unleash the rocket.
Do not. You can get arrested.
All right, so everybody loves this one. It's where we get to make a little fun of some people or just talk about something bad.
Oh, just
bad. So this next segment is
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
A little duet.
All right.
Yes. Oh, Matt, who you got for this one?
You're not going to like it.
Oh, I think I might.
You will not like it. So I'm going to go straight up with your team, Manchester United.
I'm going with the same thing.
Okay. So there's a lot of things going on with this game. First, I want to talk about Harry Phil Jones Maguire.
Oh.
First goal that Tottenham scores. He heads the ball.
He looked like a baby seal.
I mean, this was the most ridiculous goal I've seen in a while. I mean, if you watch this, it's almost like, wait a second. Is this like a clowns getting out of a clown car? Like, what is going on?
And if you haven't seen it, if you're about to watch it, just prepare yourself. It's ugly.
If somebody would take that goal and then, edit some, goofy sounds into it, it would be stinking hilarious. I mean, it is awful. So first thing that I noticed, Harry Maguire heads the ball almost directly into Eric Bailly's head.
Yes. Bonk.
And he heads it straight up, and then Eric Bailly goes to head it. He heads it straight up.
Yes.
Maguire's like, oh, I got this. I'm going to head it back to De Gea.
Yeah. No.
Simplest header
just
possible. It hits the wrong side of this 27-foot forehead. I mean, his forehead literally has its own zip code.
It looks like a drive-in movie theater screen.
Oh, my gosh.
It's that wide. And he just dinked it literally about 6 feet.
Yeah, straight up.
Yes.
Not even to anyone.
I don't know how it's possible to hit it that weak.
And then, after that happens, what does he do? Instead of trying to help out, he grabs Luke Shaw, who's trying to make a tackle, and bear hugs him and pulls him to the ground and then moves him out of the way. So he's like, no, I got this.
Yeah, no.
And then gets megged for a goal. And Luke Shaw's, after the goal goes in, he's looking around like, referee.
What?
they tackled me. The referee's like,
That's
it was Harry
It's your
freaking
own
Maguire.
teammate. Yes.
Oh my gosh, he was awful. I mean, oh, wow, he was terrible.
Yeah,
he was terrible.
He's the number one culprit for a lot of reasons, but there are also other players as well. I mean, it was just after that red card. Yeah, the whole team just. I honestly could have been 20 to 1.
It was bad.
It was like they just quit.
So, I got some other people. I'm going to call this one Bruno Laughing Fernandez. So, they score a penalty kick within the first minute. Well, after VAR and all of that, so it took a little bit of time. So, inside of 2 minutes, they score a goal. I don't know if many people saw this, but I caught it, and I'm not the biggest fan of Bruno Fernandes. But as he was going back to the center circle, he was laughing hysterically, and he was to the point where he was very, very arrogant about what just happened. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to spank them.
Yep, that was the feeling.
What happened? He gets taken off at halftime because he was garbage.
Yes.
He gave the ball away a lot. People, if any team wants to know how to get the best of Man U, just take him away. Put somebody on him all the time. Do the Jose Mourinho where you put Ander Herrera on him. Yeah, just put somebody on him. If he's got pressure, he doesn't make good decisions. He's used to being in space. When he's not in space, he's average. Then we're going to go with Eric Bailly.
Yes.
I mean, we're watching it here in the States, so the commentators, they were talking about something else, and then all of a sudden it was, oh, and they're in again. Eric Bailly decides to just try to pass it out of the back, plays a really soft hospital ball, right to Matic, who gets tackled by Harry Kane. 1, 2, 3, goal. Oh, it's pitiful. Then Luke Shaw. I'm pretty sure he's a defender, right?
Pretty sure.
Where was he on half of their goals?
He was not anywhere around.
It was.
Yeah, when they were coming in on Manchester United's left, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and I mean he's kind of hard to miss. He's like a little Shaqiri out there. He's short and stocky. I mean he's like a 4-foot brick wall.
Yes.
Like you gotta see him.
Yeah, it looks like a little Rubik's Cube running around.
And then Pogba. What was he wearing? Was he getting ready to go shoot some basketball and trying to keep his shooting arm warm? What was the sleeve for?
He's got an Iverson love, man. I don't know.
Throwing arm? Like, is he trying to say, yeah, Cam Newton, I heard you got corona, you're my boy.
Yeah, bring it in.
Wear this sleeve.
In honor.
What was that?
To me, Pogba is the most egregious, just violator of the Manchester United spirit. I mean, he did the corniest, stupidest slide to give away a penalty kick late in the game, and then he's laughing about it. Like, if Roy Keane and some of those guys had been around,
oh my gosh,
his teeth would have been smashed in. Yeah. Like, it's just...
Roy Keane would have headbutted him.
He would have probably killed Paul Pogba. Like, I'm sorry, I think put in Donnie, Dawson's Creek, Van der Beek. Get him in there, and Pogba can sit out until he gets the right spirit, the right just headspace, man, because this guy is just all over the place. He sucks. I mean, he looks like he has, and I've heard this before, I'm not inventing this, but he looks like he's playing for a girl in the crowd. Everything he does, he is trying to showboat. He invites physical competition. Like he will kind of hold on to the ball a little too long so that he can kind of muscle somebody off and use his very good abilities and very good body strength to just rotate and get out of it. And it works maybe 1/3 of the time. 1/3 of the time he looks great. In 2/3 he loses it, and there they go.
I thought I saw that he didn't really have a fresh new haircut, something simple, and I was thinking, maybe this is the real Pogba.
We're waiting for it.
Apparently, he needs to do something.
It's same old Pogba.
man,
his just whole attitude. I think he needs to sit on the bench, and if he can get it right, then okay, put him in because he can be devastating. I saw some flashes of the true Pogba. I saw, especially in the beginning of the game, I was like, wow, like the whole team looked really fired up. For whatever reason,
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah,
That's why.
They were fired up, and yeah, I was like, wow, if they could keep this going. But by the 28th minute, or whenever that red card was, and then the goal that followed, well, it was out the window.
Do you think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has the gonads to actually put Pogba on the bench?
Yeah, I think he does. Will he? I don't know.
Okay.
I think he has the gonads. I mean, he's seen it done before with Sir Alex, so he knows the right move to make. Something has to happen.
Is he making the right moves?
Some of them.
Okay.
Some of them, no.
Okay.
But it's a lot. I think the problem is a lot deeper than him.
Yeah, I think it's to the core.
Yeah. Or it's higher up, I would say.
Yes.
You could get in Pochettino next week. Maybe it's a little better, but these huge problems aren't going anywhere with some of the same people up top.
Yeah. You're right. Well, we're
in agreement.
Yeah. I mean, that was
Studz aligned.
wow. Studz. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, there was really only one choice for me this week. Bless your heart. I mean, yeah, honorable mention, Liverpool. We could throw a few others in, but Manchester United. That was just wow. That's something you won't forget anytime soon.
Yeah, that was poor.
Yeah,
that was poor. I think Liverpool got unlucky, but Man U was just. That was rough. I was hoping that you were okay.
I do a wellness check on me.
I mean, inside of what was it, like 4 minutes, I sent out a text even before all this stuff went down. I was like, this is a little poop emoji show. I mean, that PK and then that first goal, I was like, wow, this is, I mean, am I watching the circus?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what's going on.
You rarely see that level of just ineptness.
Yes.
Even you could have put Fulham. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Fulham was so bad these past couple weeks." You could have put Fulham's worst lineup out there, and I doubt it would have looked that bad.
It was rough. But I will say, same thing with Liverpool. I think everybody's going to have one of these weeks this year.
Yep.
You know, in a few weeks, we're going to be like, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's happening. It's an unpredictable season. It
really is.
That's the one thing we can predict. It's extremely unpredictable this year.
Right. All right, so the next one is the one that everybody wants to hear about. We call this the... That's right.
Crank up the volume.
Fine ass frogs here.
Ooh.
So what you got this week, Joe?
Oh, I want to throw a quick shout out to someone most of y'all probably forgotten about. I know I had. Great player back in his day. He's kind of disappeared. He's in the last year of his contract, making crazy money. Mesut Ozil.
Dadgummit. We're on the same page. All right.
We're just two great minds think alike.
I guess so.
You talking about Mr. Gunnosaurus, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Joe and I honestly do not. We sit down and take our own notes, and then we show up. My little basement, my little cellar.
Oh, freestyle.
Yep, just freestyle it, and we really don't know what's going on and who the other person picked. You know, we talk about, some discussions, the tailgate, basically is what we talk about.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. So, Joe, have at it.
Well, no, you do the same, man. It is, yeah, I think I speak for everyone when I say it broke our hearts when we heard that Gunnosaurus was laid off.
Yes. I've got this could be both Finest Frog's Hair and Bless Your Heart.
Yes.
Stan Kroenke.
It's pretty messed up.
The Arsenal owner, right? Says, no, there's no fans. There's no reason for you to be here. Your job's done.
Yep.
This guy started in 1993. when Gunnosaurus was actually, what do they call it? When he's
Invented?
Yeah, it was invented in 1993. Sorry, I was looking at my notes and couldn't find anything. But yeah, in 1993, the same guy's been wearing this. He brings a lot of people joy and everything.
Oh yeah, he's an icon by now.
Stan Kroenke says no, there's no room for you here.
Yeah.
So Ozil, being a gentleman, says I'll pay his wages.
Yes.
Until whenever, as long as I'm here. But I have a really big problem with what's going on in Arsenal right now, okay? So last year when the coronavirus was going on, they asked their players to take a 12.5% pay cut, the first team. They're sure, yeah, we'll take a pay cut.
Yeah.
The reason for the pay cut was to allow the non-playing staff,
Yeah, to keep them going.
55 people, to keep them on wages.
Yeah.
So the first team was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a little solidarity with the other people who help us do what we do.
Yeah. What does Arsenal do? They furloughed them.
Yep.
Even after that. So, of course, the first team's like, what the heck's going on? We agreed that we would take this pay cut, and you're still letting them go.
Yes.
Now, that pay cut went from 12.5% down to 7.5% because they got into the Europa League. Okay? But still, there's something going on within Arsenal. Now, we've got a good friend of ours that is not a big fan of Kroenke because he's doing the same thing in Colorado with the Colorado Rapids. He basically, this whole TV station, and says, like, if you want to watch the Colorado Rapids,
You got to pay.
you got to pay more money.
You know what he reminds me of? The boss in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he cuts out the Christmas bonuses to save a buck and gives them a Jelly of the Month Club membership. That's Stan Kroenke.
I mean, this is, like I said, this could be a bless your heart for Arsenal's hierarchy. It's in times like this, it's not even laughable. It's downright criminal what he's doing.
Yep.
And then Gunnosaurus.
Yep. That's the cherry on top of all the evil. Yes, it's a funny mascot, but
It's a mascot, yeah.
it's
we
funny,
get it,
and it's part of, it brings some smiles to people's faces. And
27 years this guy's been a mascot.
Yeah,
How long has Kroenke been there? Not that long.
No, and it's not like Gunnosaurus is taking millions and millions of dollars. Like, this guy ain't making that much.
No, he's trying to feed his family.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on your little high horse, like, oh. And the worst part was, they announced it the same day that they signed $45 million.
Thomas Partey.
Actually, it was euros, but
Euros.
pounds, but still, yeah. Thomas Partey. So the same day, they're like, we don't have enough money to pay our mascot.
Like $30,000 or whatever.
But let me just go ahead and throw $45 million at someone.
Yeah. So Mesut Ozil, though, stepped up big time. He's kind of become public enemy #1, persona non grata at Arsenal.
Very fancy.
Yeah, here lately. But, man, what a gesture. What a move. It's kind of sad we're not going to see him in his prime. He's just collecting a hefty paycheck week after week.
Riding the pine.
Yep. And he seems to be happy to do it. So that's kind of sad. But, man, what a gesture. What a move. It's a true gentleman's action right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my gesture. So, again, Joe and I are in unison.
Yep, Studz Are Aligned once
Studz
again.
Are Aligned.
So, yeah, Mesut Ozil, your trophy's in the mail, buddy.
All right, yeah. Just a small, 1 inch by 1 inch piece of fabric.
With a frog on it. A hairy frog on it.
So it's a piece of seersucker that we cut out from one of our suits.
Yeah.
we just
we drew a frog.
We drew a frog on a washable pen.
You can put that beside your all the jerseys you've collected, your trophies.
Yep. You're welcome.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to the tailgate talk, where you just flip down that tailgate, sit on the back, get your can of dip.
Yeah, get you a cold one.
Beers.
Yeah.
And you just have you a good old conversation. So I want to discuss the deadline day, which happened last night. I want to talk about the deals that happened. There were actually quite a few deals that stood out to me by some teams that needed something. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're going to talk about. This is probably going to be a short tailgate talk, but just starting it off, we just mentioned him, Arsenal getting Thomas Partey.
Partey.
He's a heck of a player.
Oh, he is. He's a powerhouse.
I mean, Mikel Arteta is, I think he's
assembling something.
He's got something going on.
He
I don't
definitely
like
does.
to say this because I got a lot of friends that are Gooners,
Gooner Army.
but he's putting something together that really is actually resembling a team.
Yeah, no, it's kind of interesting to see. Like, people are whatever his sales pitch is to these guys. Like, they're obviously listening. Kept Aubameyang, could have left. He's attracting players. They want to play for Arsenal again.
Yeah,
I mean, and they're looking better and better.
they are. I mean, there was a short period of time where there was some talk of Partey coming to Chelsea. We didn't want to spend the money on Declan Rice, so it was like our alternative. So I watched quite a bit. This guy can play out of the back. He's a great tackler. He can score a goal. I believe he's Ghanaian.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Michael Essien.
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Shades of Essien.
Yeah, he looks like a real deal. I'm going to say Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. I would love Manchester United to have snapped him up. I
Yeah.
know they were linked, I think, a year ago, but, yeah, didn't happen.
So, yeah, that's a big pickup.
I think it really pissed off Atletico Madrid because they just straight up paid his transfer, or his,
Release clause.
yes, just paid it, done deal, signed him, he's gone. They can't even sign a replacement.
Yeah, La Liga Atletico didn't even know about it. La Liga, the actual league, was like, hey, by the way, this guy's been paid for. He's already signed everything, personal terms, so he's gone.
Yeah, what?
It's like pulling somebody's pants down
Yeah, just
in high school
Yeah.
when you're wearing your little whitey toddies. It's not very nice
in front of everybody.
in front of everybody.
Like, I'm talking at the pep rally.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna go over to you, Joe.
Yeah.
Manu,
Yep.
Cavani, Alex Telles.
Telles.
Yep.
Yep.
And then an 18-year-old that you spent a lot of money on. I don't know about this guy. I didn't look him up.
All I have seen is
Dio?
Traore, I believe is his last name.
No, his last name is Diallo.
Diallo, I think it's. We'll look it up.
Okay, but
He has, I think, 3 names.
okay.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think.
double barrel.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah. Yeah, so I've just looked this guy up on YouTube, watched some clips. He's one for the future. I don't think he can join until January.
See the one from Atalanta?
He is.
Okay.
And not the city in Georgia, but the Italian team. Extra
Gotta
A.
go to at
Yeah.
Atlanta.
He got an extra A. Yeah, he's one for the future. I mean, he's not what they need right now, but I think he's
that's what I was
highly touted. I heard on a podcast there was a scout when Atalanta played, I think it was Man City, maybe a youth team, and said he was by far the best player on the field. That was last fall. Said he was just incredible.
What position does he play?
He's kind of like an outside winger attacker guy.
How many wingers do you need?
That's the thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like Man United is one of those teams, just like Chelsea, just like Man City. They're a win now kind of team.
Yeah, he's not what we needed right now. But who knows when we'll see the actual benefit. But if he's as good as if he pans out, maybe it was a great deal.
We'll probably do like a Pogba. You pay
leave.
30-something, probably rising to like 45, and then you'll send him out somewhere, and then you'll pay $200 million to get him back. Gosh.
Yeah, so we'll see. He's one for the future. Cavani, I like it. They're not really risking a whole lot to get him. Some wages.
Probably a lot of wages. Y'all have a huge wage bill.
We definitely do. But they've offered to get him before, and from what I heard, he literally wanted everything short of them renaming Old Trafford after him.
Wow.
For him to join. But apparently this time he was very agreeable. Happened real quick.
Nobody wanted him.
Yeah, well, he's on good money, but he's not on crazy money.
Okay.
He's not going to disrupt anything. They're hoping he can kind of move the next generation, the Mason Greenwoods of the team, on. It's a 1 year guaranteed, so they can cut ties with him after 1 year. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't pan out.
That's right. Man U does they do a 1 year with an option usually.
Yes.
On all their, which is, I think that's really smart.
Yeah. So, if you had Igualo or Edison Cavani, which one are you picking? I'm going Cavani. He's an instant upgrade. Gives him a little something different. I don't think he's going to start every week, but he can make the difference in the Champions League and late in some games, maybe come on. A little older, but it's worth the shot. I wish he wasn't a big name. I wish he would have been buried behind 3 other signings and just, oh yeah, we got Cavani too. But with the lack of other signings, he's kind of become a big name, but in reality, he's just he's a supplementary piece.
He's been playing in the French league, and before that, he was in the Italian league.
Yep.
He's 33.
33. Same age as Messi.
Does he have what it takes as a forward?
It'll be interesting to see. It
I
could
can't
backfire.
really say anything because, what is his name? Thiago Silva.
Oh, yeah.
He's 36.
Yeah.
Played in the French league, and before that, in the Italian
In the
league.
Italian league.
But he looks all right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a question mark. We'll see.
But with Ole Gunnar, y'all do a lot of counter-attacking football.
Yeah.
Cavani is not necessarily... Well, I guess he could be there to tap one in, but...
He could be, and it'll depend on his mobility. But, yeah, I don't see him being option A. He is kind of a Zlatan figure if it turns out well. He's going to be a supplementary piece. He'll start some games. He won't be starting every week.
Yeah.
And I think from what I understand, he's a great professional. He's going to take it very seriously. He's going to be a great mentor to some of these younger guys. So
that's maybe what you need because Harry Maguire ain't doing it.
No, but I think he might. Hopefully, he lights a fire under people.
Yeah.
And scores a few goals.
The one player we mentioned but didn't talk about, Alex Telles from Porto.
Yeah.
Now, Chelsea had been linked with him for a long time. He's going to give Luke Shaw a run for his money.
Yeah.
I think you're getting a pretty good left back, an attacking left back.
A true attacking left back. Yeah, unless Luke Shaw cuts out the cheeseburgers, yeah, he could find himself on the bench.
He does look a little thick.
Yeah, he has weight issues, yeah. Which, not making fun.
I do too.
But
cool.
Yeah, it's like Wayne Rooney. Like if they don't stick to their diet, they balloon. They whatever it is, genetics, you name it.
They get
big. They're some big old boys. They grow out wide. They don't look that chubby in the face, but yeah, body wise, they lose a step. So yeah, I'm excited. I think he's probably the best signing they made in the window.
I agree.
Would have loved a few other ones, but hey, it is what it is.
All right,
we shall see. Yeah, they definitely, Manchester United, hopefully they can win on the field, but yeah, it's PR-wise, Twitter-wise, yeah, they lost this transfer window.
Yeah, they waited till the last minute to even do anything.
It's pathetic. Yeah.
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Wait until deadline day to nail these deals down. They all would have looked so much better a month ago.
I saw something about Jadon Sancho. that Man United thought, that they, even though Dortmund said it's going to be $120 million until this date. After this date, if you don't pay anything, it's over.
Yep, August 10th, I believe.
Yep. So it was kind of funny because it said, Manchester United didn't realize that they were that serious, so they thought that they were playing poker when Dortmund wasn't even at the table.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, they really thought, we're gonna bluff Dortmund. We're gonna keep them going. We're gonna, once it gets close to deadline day, they're gonna come back to the table. Dortmund was just dead serious the whole time. Like, no, you screwed this up. So I think they've seriously annoyed Dortmund in the process, as well as missing out on Jadon Sancho.
So I've heard from a lot of different sources that Man United is the laughing stock. I'm not trying to make fun, because I do like to make fun of rivals, but this is serious, because a lot of people have said that Man United is literally the laughing stock when it comes to negotiations for players.
I mean, I think that's quote-unquote non-negotiable. They're pretty bad.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think everyone can see. All these other teams basically play Manchester United. Players, agents, they all play them. It's really bad. I mean, Ed Woodward, I would love to see him just purely because he's very good at getting deals, sponsorships, money. Manchester United have not been that good on the field lately. But money-wise, they can compete with anyone. Because he's been groundbreaking, honestly, in some of the deals he's made with, Asian, companies and all around the world. Yeah, Chevy. I mean, the man has a true knack for making deals and making money. So financially, he's done great. But transfer-wise, having an overarching vision for how the team should play, who they should recruit. Player wages, he is bottom of the barrel.
You need to bring somebody in that's actually played to understand that.
Yeah, I would love him to just focus because he's obviously good at what he can do. I would love to see a Van der Sar or somebody come in as director of football. I think that would clear up a lot of problems. And just
Van der Sar's doing his thing up at Ajax. You're not going to pull him away.
He might want to play with the big boys in the big leagues.
I mean, when you can just straight boss a league for the end of time up in Amsterdam, why the heck not? I want to be up there.
So someone like him, I think, would make a big difference and get Ed Woodward out of that whole process because it is, there's no doubt Manchester United is the laughing stock when it comes to transfers. Like teams with real players in that game in the business world are just taking Manchester United to school every transfer window.
That's true.
Like honestly, we're just fortunate we have the money and the prestige to get some players in. Because it was on skill alone in the business world. It's horrendous.
Yeah. All right, we're going to continue. Fulham.
Yeah.
I got to talk about my man crush on Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, that was quite the deal.
Yeah, moved on loan to Fulham. Season-long loan. I think they're getting a heck of a player. I want to see him week in and week out. I hope he can build off of his, he had a terrible injury last season. Not even last season, season before last, and was barely able to play until after the lockdown. So I really hope that he can get back up to it. Keeping him in London, keeping him in West London too.
Yeah.
So he can really help out.
Yeah, he's going to get plenty of minutes.
Yeah.
They really need a player like him. Yeah. So that's a great move for all parties, I thought.
And then finally, I have Everton getting Godfrey, a center back from
Norwich.
And then you mentioned him, the Swedish goalkeeper Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
That right there. Everton, Chelsea made some really big moves, but Everton may have found the little jigsaw pieces.
Oh, they have grafted on the players they already have, and just A-plus level team. Decore, Allen, James.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, the two weak spots potentially of the team was Yerry Mina,
Yep.
especially being a 6'7" giant. Injury problems are going to catch up. So, yeah, Ben Godfrey can step in. And then Jordan Pickford.
Yep. Giving him some competition.
Yep. I mean, they've really covered all bases.
Yeah, I think they've done really well. You know, having the Swedish number 1 come in. He was at Roma. He was second string. But he wasn't hardly getting any playing time. The way Jordan Pickford's little butterfingers have been lately. I mean, you know, I think he can at least challenge him.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. You need competition.
Push him.
You got to keep people honest because, if there's one thing we've seen is when people get complacent, mistakes start to creep in.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Pickford, I think, with the ball at his feet, or if he's drop kicking a ball, he can punt a ball like on somebody's foot.
To the moon.
I mean, it's unbelievable how far he can kick it and place it perfectly. But when he uses his hands, or he just needs to be a goalkeeper,
He's a little jittery.
Yeah, a little crazy.
As we saw this week.
Yeah,
And previous weeks.
Little squirrely Dan in him.
Yeah, he does. It's becoming a habit. Yeah. So I think it's a good move. Would you say Everton won? Who do you think won the transfer window? What team?
Yeah, I might give it to Everton. You know, we may revisit this later on once like other puzzle pieces come together. But I mean, Arsenal did all right. You know, signing some people that they already had on longer contracts, pulling in Willian, Thomas Partey. I think that's a heck of a signing.
Yeah.
You know, they got a really good center back. I said in a previous pod that he was Spanish. He's actually Brazilian.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
I'll cut it out.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I feel like Chelsea did really well, but we haven't seen it come together yet. Yeah, there's a lot of teams making moves, and we just got to wait and see.
Yeah.
But Everton, for where they were and where they are now, I know it's a long season. We still got 34 games left.
Yeah. But top of the table and looking
Top of the table.
imperious.
4-0. Next week,
Oof.
that's going to be popcorn ready. Well,
Yeah.
not that early in the morning, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's going to be a barn burner.
It's going to be a spectacle.
Yeah, so
Yep.
good stuff. Well, once again, thank you for listening. You can always, please someone just send us an email.
We're lonely here in the
Yeah.
basement.
SeerSoccerStudz at Gmail. Just send us an email, ask us some questions. We'd love to just make whatever question you have as our tailgate.
Yeah.
You know, we would absolutely enjoy that. You can find us on SeerSoccer at SeerSoccerStudz on Instagram and Twitter. We should be a little more active in the coming months, but yeah.
Yeah. If you like what you hear, write us a 5-star review. Write us a little blurb. Hype us to your buddies.
Yep.
And, you can find us wherever podcasts can be found. Although, since you're listening to this, you probably already know that.
Yep. So, once again, you came for the footy, stayed for the accents.
All right. Until next time, studs up.